Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review, episode number 267. This one reviewing the 267 episode of the series. Kawaki cover is blown. It almost is in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
We start off basically with, well, we see Orochimaru here, except it's not Orochimaru, it's Okita. Yep. Basically, it's the class dressing up as the three legendary Shining with, well, we have Himawari dressed up as her awesome grandfather. We have Kawaki as a slug. No, seriously, a slug. And they try to reenact something related to them. Now, here's kind of the weird thing about these outfits. Now, I get the reason why they chose these outfits, except here's the thing. I think in the case of Tsunade, I don't think she wore the outfit when Orochimaru left the village. I highly doubt it. In the case of, well, Jiraiya, he clearly was not wearing an outfit at all. I mean, here's the thing. They have him wear a ninja headband in the episode later on, except here's the thing. When he was an adult, he actually stopped wearing the damn thing. Yeah, he was still a shinobi, very highly respected one, despite being a pervert. But he never wore a ninja headband. I mean, in the case of Orochimaru, he stopped wearing his when he left the freaking village. So now he has worn hers in decades. You know what would have been nice though in this episode? They actually had Kakashi basically see if they got their basically the way they act correctly. It depends. Now, basically our practice and play, and at one point we have where Himawari where she forgets her ninja headband. Well, the fake one actually, and of course Kawaki try to give him his. Like, oh no, not that. Why? Well, because people might find out you're an actual shinobi. And this kind of hints basically goes on the episode. We have Ika. Well, before this, we have it where their reporter of the class reports the fact he's reading Make Out Paradise. Wow, Make Out Paradise, an adult book, and he's supposed to be he's supposed to be like about 12, 13 years old, and yet he's reading a book about porn. Yeah. And it said, oh yeah, just to get research on Jiraiya. If you want to get research on Jiraiya, don't read that book. You want to get more into Jiraiya? Read Tales of a Gutsy Ninja. Tales of a Gutsy Ninja. That is more accurate for Jiraiya than read Make Out Paradise. Make Out Paradise is simply put a porn book. That's got about 4 volumes. And the original version, the first volume, was so offensive that it caused people to pass out. This is what happened in the book. That's what I've heard of the beginning of the series. The Make Out Paradise book has very sporadically appeared in the series. It has been quite a while, but a lot of the time, usually Kakashi, half the time when you see him in the series, he's usually reading the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and of course, Ita gives info like, oh, Kawaki is a shinobi. And like his info that he might be one because of Ninja Headband and stuff. Oh, goes to Ninja Headband. We have Kawaki talking to Kai on the rooftop, being friends, stuff like that. And then he just somehow notices that EA is hiding in the bushes. Maybe on the cover, but he's not freaking stupid. He knows he's there. Probably because of ninja instincts. Yep. So, then later on during the actual rehearsal, he tries to steal it via knocking himself into Kawaki. Doesn't really lock out too well. And then, of course, Ninja Man just dropped on the ground. But they try to pick up, oh, it's not the actual thing, it's been switched. Yeah, it's real that Okita basically switched it, even though he had basically tried to cause a ruckus, nearly ruined the actual set itself. But they fixed it, no problem. And of course, then after everybody goes home, of course, Okita basically explains she overheard the conversation, of course, gets back to Ninja Headband, and thinks he might be somewhat re-enrolled because of bad behavior. And then after this, they feel like, oh, we hear that Kai asks where Kai is, and of course he's in the infirmary. And then we cut to a shack in the middle of nowhere, where we see apparently someone from Kaya's country planning her downfall because they apparently really want her younger brother to inherit the throne. Because the young guy with him has been informed that Kai is about to be named the heir to the throne, not her younger brother. So apparently these guys are sexist. So they try to send an assassin. Like, oh yeah, he's already out there. And of course, Kawaki blocks, basically stops them in time. And the episode ends with the cast running away. It's like, damn. And Kai is still sleeping in the infirmary. Next episode, we're gonna continue this, like a little plot through with the play and possibly an assassination attempt. But yeah, not much else to say this episode. It's pretty good. Oh, by the way, it looks like for next week's episode, it looks like Team 7's gonna come back. First time in 7 episodes. Look like also that Shikadai is gonna be there. Also, the samurai from the Land of Iron, she's back too, which that's gonna be quite cool. The fact she's hanging around with Sadara, I'm like, that's interesting, given the fact these two prior to this episode have barely interacted with each other, and yet in this next episode, oh, they're like best friends, which is strange given the fact these two have barely interacted this series. I mean, it's great to see Boruto, the star of the series, but he's not the focus of this arc. Nope. I think the reason why they did this for Kawaki and, of course, Himawari, just to give them some character development and give them something to do. I like new batch characters they have here. Now, also, I think they also want to go back to the roots of kind of in the way of the start of the series by having a new batch of characters, because they kind of go with the Naruto Shippuden route, where they have a new batch of characters thanks to a time skip. This one is similar to that, but basically going back to that roots with Ninja Kai, possibly get a new batch of characters. Do I think that these characters might pop up after this? I don't know. It depends upon Parrot. Yep, but yeah, that's particularly it for particular view. Next up is going to be Go Ranger. Okay, next video. Bye.